Champs, what's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Appreciate you guys actually jumping on board as well. Thank you so much for actually coming online as well. It is a freaking Thursday night. Ethereum's going mental right now. Bitcoin's going mad. I don't know if you actually seen it on Twitter. I posted the freaking a long, really stupidly aggressive up there. I'm sitting quite comfortable on the longs itself. We talked about alts yesterday in regards to total 2 and that kind of stuff and what we're looking at in terms of we pulled out a couple of alts like INJ and whatnot, but today it's going to be slightly different. All right, every Thursday my plan is I'm going to be doing alt session just with you guys where you tell me what you want. I've already can see if I can see one already, link DYDX as well. I'm more than happy to do so. Send in as much alts as you can and we'll try and cram in as many as we can. Okay. But in this instant right now, before we actually continue going any further in terms of like the first alts that you guys want to actually look at, I actually want to look at a new one that I actually recently bought in called CX Chart AI, right? So let me just bring up my chart. As you can see, Chart AI right now, just looking at it as a whole, right? It's pretty looking pretty strong if you look at it as a thing. I mean, look, let's just change the color, get into a white. So you can see a bit of a bullish trend line itself. You know, you can see support over here, you know, support over here, support over here, a bit of a deviation there, a bit of a deviation there, takes above these highs there. I reckon we go for these highs and go a lot more higher. Now, it's all good to actually talk about the chart itself and whatnot. One of the things that I'm looking for in particular, I think that light behind me is a bit bright, isn't it? Let me just try and freaking sort that out. Give me a second there. If I do that and then do that, that's better. Fucking hell, blinding my own freaking eyes from the back of me as well. So one of the things is that when we're looking at when it comes to like going in looking for a hodl bag itself, I want to invest into more of like projects that are building something and have got a working project. So we talked about Inspect yesterday, and Inspect is one of those I'm very bullish on for the long term itself. Chart AI is freaking, it's mad. I just literally had a call with the team and I'm freaking gassed by these guys now. Now let me explain to them, right? So let me just bring up the website, right? Bring up the website. Let me delete that. This is the website. It's revolutionary cryptocurrency insight through instant charting on Telegram, right? Now, it's all about charting on Telegram. You know, the usual TG, AI bots and that kind of stuff. You see that a lot as well, right? It's all over the place. You got a bunch of them that, you know, we can list off from the top of our heads. But this one is slightly different. This one actually changes things a whole different. You ever wanted to be a freaking pro at trading and, you know, sound like a freaking smartass? This is the shit. So they've got a downloadable extension on Google Chrome, right? So if you go on Chrome, right, and you go onto the extensions and you literally type in Chart AI, this Chart AI itself, it's the first thing. Add in the extension. As you can see, I've already left a freaking a review as well. Do leave a review as well. Use it. Tell me how you feel about it as well. But do leave a review as well. I think it's fucking sick. Leave a 5 stars as well, man. These guys are fucking sick. Now, what it does, it gives you a technical analysis for any chart on anything, whether you got indicators, whether you got lines and support resistance, whether you got all the blocks, whether you got anything you ever have. This breaks it down into a much more finer detail to make things more understandable. It gives you that conviction for you. Are you bullish or are you bearish? It will give you the whole explanation. Now, literally all you got to do is once you download it, right? Let's go on a chart on like I got RNDR for here, for example, right? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do RNDR, right? So as you can see, I've got a bit of a chart here. I've got a bit of some like support and resistance and all that kind of stuff and all the blocks here. If I just literally go onto the extension, you can't see it right now, but like literally on the extension, you can see on the corner right there, right over here. Whoopsie there. Just look just over here. You will see in the corner right there. If I go onto the extension, let me do that again. Go on extension, click on this, right, and it analyzes the freaking. You can see it's a screenshot being taken right here. It analyzes it for you, give it about a good 10-15 seconds, and it'll give you a whole in-depth knowledge on this as well. Let's just go through this as well. And it's only going to actually get better. So watch this. Watch this. Basically, this actually takes out all the jobs for you, man. You don't need guys like me when you got Chart Eye, generally speaking. This is a beta version as well. There's a lot more coming out from it as well. 1 second. Can you take a look at GRT? Yeah, but bro, if I can look at anything you want, man, absolutely, why not? But let's look at this one. So RNDR, technical analysis summary for RNDR USDT. Okay, viewed on the hourly time frame, chart indicates a series of fluctuation in price for over the selected period, showcasing both bullish and bearish momentum at different intervals. Okay, cool. Analysis of chart elements. Support zone. The blue highlighted area, the one over here you can see there, are represented as support zone. where the price has bounced back upwards on multiple occasions after a downward movement, signaling a potential buyer interest in that price region. So it is telling me right now, without actually me explaining anything, this does it all for you. This is a buying opportunity. It's a supply zone, right? Price action wise, it shows a decrease after a peak, followed by stabilization with a support zone. There are no clear uptrend or downtrend patterns established, which would signify a decisive market direction. What does that mean? So if you break above these highs, it gives us a clear direction itself, and that will give you the further confirmation. If price were to do something like this will actually break it down to tell you what if it's bullish or not. And then it goes resistance level. Any clear resistance levels are not marked, but it can be expected at previous high points where the reversals have occurred. So you're talking about these levels over here, all right? Now, market sentiment. The market sentiment in the chart can be described as neutral to slightly bearish in the short term, given the price approaching the support zone. Okay. However, the fact that the price has not broken through this zone yet suggests that there may be still a degree of bullish sentiment preventing further decline. Now, this is starting to tell me a lot more about the chart itself, right? There's loads of them you can use. You can use it on anything. TradingView, DEX tool, the whole. Is the extension safe? Yeah, it's absolutely safe. I've been using it for the last 3 hours. Perfectly fine. Spoken to the team. They seem to be legitimately fucking sick as well. The dev is working on a long term. They're building this, and they are the first one to do such a thing. All right. So, it's all about AI. Everyone talking about AI. AI is a big narrative. We all know that, right? It's going to be a big narrative along with gaming, I believe, as well, and Web3 token developments as well. These are all going to be massive, runs in terms of the market itself. However, this is the first of its kind to actually do something that's live and working, and it's only in the beta version. It's only gonna get better. I can use the RSIs and whatnot, because I'm not good at RSIs. You guys actually should know by now. I'm not really a fucking geezer who actually uses freaking indicators. I'm not that type of guy. But if I use an indicator, it will bring up, and then not only that, it will give me final remarks, and it will tell me resources I can actually go back to for educational purposes. This is all educational purposes. It's not suggested for any trading or investment action. Of course, that's what's the claim out there as well. But it does give you a bit more of a proper idea what's going on. If I bring up another one, for example, let's look at RNDR. Not RNDR. Let's look at INJ. Freaking gone mental right now, right? In terms of price action views as well, I was saying liquidity has been taken out over here from this area here. The only last one is this, and then we can go to this range over here. So all I'm going to do is literally have this chart over here, open this up, go to chart I, let it do its thing, and I'll see what's up. And the best part is as well that they when I was speaking to the team, what is the website? The website, I'll give it to you in a second. So if you literally go on to DEX tool, you're going to type in CX, that's their chart itself. The website is chartai.tech, right? Let me just move the whoopsie daisy. Don't want to bring all this stuff so you see what I've got. Whoopsie daisy. How do I actually move this down? I don't know how to do this now. I'm fudged up over here, didn't I? There we go. You can see right here, that's the website over there, chartai.tech, right? You can literally just, let me just move this back there. You can literally go on DEX tool and you find out type in CX chart AI. You got the contract over there, you got the website over there, the Twitter page. Give them a follow as well. I'm following them. This is one of my long-term hodl bags as well. I think this is going to be a fucking mad one going forward as well, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better as well. And there's a lot of things that's coming in the works there. So do keep an eye on them as well. They are going to be one of those which I believe that's going to be a freaking game changer. And if you don't trade crypto, it's not a problem. This does everything. This does yields. This does stocks. This does FX. This does anything. Any chart you have, it's gonna break it down. And when I was speaking to the guys from the team itself, what they were saying is that what you're gonna be able to do is from a screenshot, right? So you know how if I go to profile, right, and I do a lot of charts itself, right? Itself this over here on Ethereum and whatnot. You could have actually gone down, and we'll talk about the Ethereum longs itself. That's a fucking mad trade as well. You can literally have a screenshot from this, right, and be able to read this in the future, I believe, as well. So that's coming out. It's gonna be a massive thing. So there are my long-term hodl bags going forward. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Okay, so that's chart AI CX. you know, this is fucking super crazy. Yeah, as a thing from a technical point of view as well. I mean, I swear I can do this on chart AI as well. But no levels or nothing like that. Let's just see what he comes up with. I got no levels. Got no levels, right? Actually, no. Screw it. Let me do better. Let me just make a level first, right? Let me draw in my level daily. Chart this out properly, and then we can see what the deal is, isn't it? Internet's bugging up a little bit. There we go. Right then. So what do we have? We got a range. I like ranges, right? You know how I play. So I'm seeing it's this high over here. This high is the range. Where's the magnet? There we go. This high over here. That's the range high. Put that as white. And then this low over here. That's the range low. And as you can see, there's a lot of support and resistance in this area there. Consolidation happening. Oopsie daisy. Change the color. Consolidation's happening over here. We've got support, resistance, deviation, resistance. Does a deviation, comes back into here, support, pushes up, take out these highs, and now if I work out for lower prices, right, go down to the 4 hours, let's have a look what's going on. And on the 4 hours, it's taking out this high over here. So the fact that we're taking out this high, all we need is a pullback, reclaim these levels, show me higher highs, higher lows. We talked about market structure, and we are going to be going for these highs itself and making a new all-time high on chart AI CX. That's the one that I'm fucking super bullish on there as well. So that's the technical analysis. So if I were to actually just delete that, bring up the extension, and let me just see what it says. Let me see what it reads. And then we start doing some of our charts that like you guys want me to do as well. We'll go one by one as well. So as this is loading up, I just want to give a quick shout out to Clarence over here. Got front seat secure, please appreciate that. We got Mr. SD, got Michael Caffrey, and C Ado. Appreciate that, man. I'm a fan of you as well. Thank you for being a fan of me, man. That I'm really humble. So thank you so much for your time. We got Andy here. We got Jahangir. CFX he wants me to look at. We got Blue, Joe. We got freaking Effort Architect. It's been a while. How's it going? Tony is in the house. Walaikum salam, my brother. Mike's in the house. We got Shravan Anand, and we got Sean. We got Gennaro. You know, this list will go on as well. So drop in your comments as well, and we'll always be happy to actually respond back to you guys as well. We got Klaus in the house. Well, big love to you guys there. So technical analysis on this. It's on the 4 hours. The trend, based on the chart, the pair has experienced some volatility with sizable moves both up and down. A recent uptick in price can be observed, indicating a potential short-term bullish sentiment. So we're talking about bullish sentiment in terms of like the price action itself. This is doing it. You didn't really need to need me. You just need this. You just need chart eye. That's all you need. Trading volume. The volume bar shows period, and that's an indicator there. So it's using the indicator there. So the trading volume bar shows periods of high trading activity with green bars representing buying volume, red bars representing selling. Increased volume during upwards price movement suggesting stronger buying interest. So that seems to be bullish as well. Price action has formed higher lows, which is typically a bullish sign. What did we say? Higher lows. This you didn't need me. You generally don't need me. I might as well fucking log off then, innit? You know what I'm saying? I might as well log off in this shit. Fucking hell. This takes me out of my job. Which is typically a bullish sign, suggests that buyers are entering at higher prices each time the price dips. Indicators the chart shows a volume SMA, simple moving average, evidenced by the line within the volume bars, which is currently not detailed enough to draw conclusions. So you can't draw conclusions from that, no problem, that's fine. If we get a bit more, then it's a different story there. And then you can see generally it is actually bullish. Overall sentiment from the chart seems cautiously bullish in the short term due to the formation of higher lows, increasing buying volume. However, throughout analysis would require additional technical indicators and a larger context of market condition, which are not visible in this snapshot. So I can just throw in other indicators to add on to the sentiment. Am I going to be bullish or not? Okay, that's that chart eye. Check it out. Do download it as well. Play around with it and leave a freaking review as well. And if you guys are interested as well, by all means, I'm fully bullish on this as well. You can always buy into it. It's available. Or you can have a look at this on Uniswap, for example. Okay, that's that there. Now let's look at CoinGecko. I'll give you all the list of all the where it's on the market before I actually go. Yeah, well, drop the job, Andy. I'm serious, man. This is freaking. It's insane. I was really impressed by it. Generally, really impressed by it. Like it's difficult to impress me. It's only on Uniswap available for the time being, but at least you know where you can get it. Inshallah, we get more out of it as well. So the volume's pretty good as well. You can see liquidity is 5.5 million there. Market cap's at 9.3 million. 1.59k holders in there. The volume's at 100k, so it is not one of them dirty charts there that you'd be like, I'm not too sure about this one. So I'm pretty going on for this one as well. So anyway, that's that there. So chart I. Let's get the first one out of the way. So what? Before we carry on, I just want to look at Ethereum and just touch base on this, right? I don't know if you guys actually saw this tweet, right, on Twitter. The moment I entered in, right, and I was looking for this to be in validation over here, right over there, right? Hold support over there, hold support the mid-range, hold support the mid-range, break out of this, break bullish market structure. Once we break above these highs there, that's lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, becomes a higher low. That's the confirmation for bullish market structure. Take out the highs over there. This is where the magnet in price is, 2387, which is the 2022 of the mid-range. That's what it is. How do you draw ranges? Bro, you draw ranges from Fibonacci's. That's what you do, right? So for example, all I've done on this one, this is a Monday's range itself. So like on the daily, I mean, you can use Spaceman as an indicator to help you out, but I'm very old school as well. I like to look for like a range, and then to me, that's the range high and that's the range low. All right. I've done quite a few of them as well. Hopefully that helps out there. I don't know if you want me to go into it a bit more detailed as well. So Mia said, Dan, can you please talk about stock placement, please? I'm currently struggling with it. What do you mean stock placement? As in stocks and SPX? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not too sure. But anyway, regardless to that as well, if Ethereum is bullish, remember we talked about Ethereum. If Ethereum is bullish, alts are going to follow through. So we can start to see a movement in price in alts. And as you can see, Solana start popping up, INJ is popping up, Rune is popping up, freaking what else? XRP was popping up as well, Doge is popping up as well, Arbitrium popped up as well. I was really happy to actually see that go smash into into November's monthly highs as well. So it's been fucking quite sweet there. So anyway, let's do one by one then. So that's Ethereum. I'm expecting, once we reclaim this level there, continuation to the upside as well. I want to give a quick recap on Total 2, which we talked about yesterday. And I'm just going to talk about it today, and then we'll see what is the next leg up and what is the sentiment there. So yesterday, I was saying to you guys, right, so I don't really mind a pullback into this area here, right, into the range lows, right? Because we talked about this as a order block there. I'm not going to really go back into it, into details. The video was yesterday. You can check it out there. So I wouldn't mind a pullback on this into this daily order block on the lows itself. This is a range bound environment in my opinion as well. You find there's holds of their support, do a deviation there, run these lows there, breaks these highs, higher lows, higher highs. Bullish market structure. That's what it comes down to. That's the very key thing. Now, where does it come into? The mid-range of the order block. Now, what I need to see, I don't really mind a pullback here, right? Let it do a deviation here, pop back up. Once it reclaims the mid-range, this gives me the next leg up back into the range highs, into around 746 billion market cap on Total 2. And if that's going up, your alts are going to go up, generally speaking as well. So that's the kind of the views I'm seeing when it comes to alts. So with that in mind, a pullback is one thing, but I need a reclaim on Total 2 at 717 billion around the mid-range around here. That will give me the indication to go for higher prices. So saying that, let's get into the alts. The first one we're gonna do, Mr. SD asked for Link. Okay, let's do Link. Let's do that. Now Link, higher time frame. I just want to explain a few things on the quarterly right there. What I've got is a quarterly range, right? Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I bought Link, right, from like back in the beginning of the year at $5.80. Okay, I've been holding on to Link like a knob really as well for such a long time, but it's finally popped up, right? And what 3x up? It's not a big deal there. That's the high, that's the low, that's the deviation, resistance here, mid-range over here, caps the market there, shank below the mid-range over here, and we just started consolidating this particular area here. Whoopsie daisy. So dropping down to like the daily itself, what we've got here, you can see this consolidation here, and this high over here, this order block there, was capping the market, right? The last up candle, let's send the market back down. Resistance, 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 and then once we smashed above it, it's bullish. Ideally, a pullback would have been great, but the market was that bullish, it carried on, it went to the mid-range, and where is it at? Currently, we are stuck between these two areas here. We are playing in from this mid-range to the quarterly range high. That's what we're playing at, but we are stuck in this area here. That's what it is. Now, if I drop it down to the 4 hours, and let's just get a bit more price action and see what's going on, right? The first things first, right, is the continuation. Because if we're looking for pullbacks on total 2, which is absolutely perfectly fine, but we're looking for a reclaim of that 717 billion, what we're looking for, all we're looking for really, if you want a confirmation, is a reclaim of this level here, bullish price action. We're taking out these highs, we're holding above there, then that's the next leg up, playing between these areas there. So you're playing it from what, $16.22 to $20.11, and that's a nice play all the way up there. And that'll be nearly 4x there. It's not too bad. It's not too bad on a major there. So that's the continuation play. Now let's just refine this into a more detailed a point of view, right? So what we got here, all right? We are stuck between these areas there, right? So this high is liquidity, right? This low here to me was SR. It's an SR right here. We got a low over here and a high over here, and then we got the mid-range. Where is it at? Mid-range is about, I'd say, around here. So we're sitting at the mid-range, okay? Everyone can agree with me so far. What we got the high there, support, deviation, comes into mid-range, reject. Comes into mid-range, reject. Mid-range, reject. We finally break above it. So now we're at the mid-range. We are looking to actually hold above it, but we need to break above these areas here to rally up to the next section up there. So now what am I looking for? Okay, so let's just delete that there, make a bit more clarity there. Let's just remove this. So let's drop it to like the 1 hour, for example. All right, so what we got, price has actually came back into this area here. This area, that high is where price has actually found support. You can mark out this whole thing here as an SR point of view. What is so special about that high? Resistance, deviation, breaks above, support. That's the deviation. We're looking for this low, for this level to hold. Now, if I want further confirmation, because at the moment it's got lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, whatever, right? All I want to do, right? If I want to get a trade in, draw a trend line there. Once we get the breakout of this high itself, let it break above. This is my bullish thesis going up for what? Liquidity, ultimately to the range high. This is your invalidation over here, and that's as simple as that. And then once we break above these highs and hold above it, then we can go for the $20.11 marker for the next leg up. Hopefully that helps there. Now, if I want to be bearish, right, because I know there's a lot of bears out there who likes to be a bit bearish, the only way for me to be bearish is that I will start playing a range. What is the range itself? I will use this as an SR, right? That's the range high, and I will also use this as a range low. And somewhere around here is the mid-range. I think a little bit higher, about there. That's the mid-range. Makes a lot of sense there. So if it does step back down, breaks down below here, bearish continuation of bearish market structure, I'm happy to go for a short down here to mid-range, lose this level there, continue to take out this liquidity back into the range low. And that will come into where? Mid-range, is it? Nah, just below there. It's right there. So it just hang around there, and I will just play within that range itself and nothing else. But I'm looking for total to be bullish, so I'm leaning on the bullish side. All I need really to actually give me a bit more clarity is a break of the, whoopsie there, see. That what will help me out is something like this. A break of this, right? Just if we get a deviation over here like that, that's another deviation there. Resistance. All we need is a break above there, and I can say, yeah, Bob's your fucking uncle. This could be a 1, 2, 3. That's the one. That's the deviation 2. Let it come back down for the pullback. Remember we said total 2 can be a possible pullback. All right, let it pull back. Maybe it comes into this low over here, into like this low over here. I think that's possible. Maybe it comes into here. You can let it do its thing. Once it holds above there, you can enter in. This is your invalidation. Break out to this upside there. That's your confirmation to go for liquidity, running into these highs there, into the 25%, 75% range. Reclaim that level. Higher prices. Off you go. Bob's your fucking uncle there. Okay, so that's the first one there. I will do the YDX, but I'm going to give someone else a chance there if you don't mind. Okay, so the next one we got here is Jahangir. So he's saying CFX. What the fuck's CFX? Never heard of that. CFX, is that is this one here? Spot DeFi? Is that what you're looking for? You guys are going mad. Gala DY. Oh yeah, Samir's asking for DYDX, please, and OP as well. Okay, I'll do one at a time. So, Mr. SD, you are gonna get DYDX as well again. So I'll pick one from each one because I want to get everyone to have a chance. I don't want to actually have favoritism, you know what? They might say, yeah, you're being racist, bruv. I don't know what it is. This is fucking, they throw that a lot every day. But these days, CFX, right? What the fuck, it's fucking ripped, innit? Bullish, innit? It looks fucking mental. Let's have a look. Let's go higher time frame. Let's go to the monthly first. Right then, so what do we have? We got liquidity over here. We've got a range band environment here. So we've got this low over here to this high over here. That's the monthly range itself. We're stuck on that level there. If we can get a break above there, right, a break above this high here, bullish price action on the lower time frame, I can start seeing to go into this particular area here, and then we start looking for liquidity, liquidity, and liquidity up there. That's possible, right? So let's just drop it down to the weekly. Let's see what we got. Weekly, you can see a nice little spike. That mid range is holding in it. You know, we play from high to low. Oopsie daisy, that's pink. We play from high to low, do the deviations, find support, low to mid, find support the mid range, mid back to high. That's all it is. And now, if it's going to be bearish, right, let's just do the bearish plan, right? The bearish plan is literally this. Go into the daily, right? So it's just about, if we start closing underneath here, it starts breaking down, that's bearish to where? Into this area here, to fill out this fair value gap there. All this could well be an opportunity to buy. If we find support here and find bullish price action, that means you can start anticipating a breakout, potential breakout itself. Where I'm looking for, if I were to trade this as well, looking for more of a breakout to the upside as well, looking for, let's have a look. So we're taking out this liquidity here, right? Because the chart's not very clean. There's a lot of small consolidation and then dump. Small consolidation, then pop. Small consolidation, pop. You see, so it's not very clean to actually jump on board, like, you know, and whatnot. But I will still make the plan regardless anyway. It's still possible to trade anything as well. I think chart eye will actually help me out on this more than anything else. But really, if I'm looking at this, how do I play this? Okay, so I know there's liquidity resting all the way here. Okay, so do I have a trend line here? Something like that? Yeah, you got something like this. I don't think that works. You could do something like that. Not the best one really as well. Anyway, so we've got liquidity resting here, 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 and here. Right? So these are all liquidity resting all the way up there on the upside. Now, if I want to be bullish, right, we talked about the bearish plays playing within the monthly range. So I've got this block here. Right, this high over here, I'm expecting it to hold in place. Why? Right here, it was acting as resistance right there. Resistance over here. So he lost this over there. Cup, handle, breaks above it. So ideally, I want this to hold. So invalidation is going to be at the lows over here. That's in my invalidation to go for higher prices. So what I'm looking for is price to hold above here. Once he starts breaking above this particular high here, yeah, this low here. That's the low that's capping the market. Yeah, that low is capping. Let me change the color. Or should I use this one? Yeah, this is much better. I like this one. All right, that high itself caps the market there. Resistance, resistance, deviation, finds resistance, comes back down. So let it bounce off here, whatever it wants to do. Once it reclaims and hold above this, it's a bullish price action. Then we start looking for the next liquidity into this area here, the fair value gap. Then we can start looking for these liquidity up here, and we'll work out level to level itself. And that's pretty much, as long as Ethereum is continually bullish, I'm quite fine for it to go up higher. But the next range I'll be looking at, let's have a look. It really comes down to this one, actually. I'll have to shift it this. There. And there. Interesting. So what we got here, change the views over here. Deviation over there. Resistance at the mid-range. Deviation there. Finds the mid-range there. Deviates the mid-range. Finds resistance. Comes back down support. That's the deviation. So this changes the whole plan completely now. This changes it all completely. So how do we play this? Because we remember we were talking about liquidity all up here. Same thing. Perfectly fine. I think that's a better range in my opinion. So what I would like to do, now I got something to work with. All right, now it's much better. Fucking hell, that's a much cleaner chart. It makes a lot more sense now. There we go. As long as this low holds, right, perfectly fine. Right, let it do its thing. Holds above it, bullish price action. Then we can start looking for target 1, the mid-range, 25% range. And then we can start running up all the way to the mid-range over here, looking for these liquidity there. Mid-range comes in around, what, 34.50? Around that level. Once we reclaim the mid-range, then it's the second leg up, going up for the next level, so 25%, 75% range. These highs over there, and essentially 52 cents. So, which is, we're talking about, what, a 2x? A 2.5x? Really? Play? That's not a fucking bad play, you know, when you think about it. I think that's fucking sick. Steve, what's going on, my brother? Good to have you there. Shavran, I've already done a link there, so hopefully that helps out there. So hopefully that helps, Jahinga. All right? Tipcoin, if you have time, please. What's Tipcoin? Is that a coin? I've never heard of fucking Tipcoin. Bro, you guys are coming out with some crazy motherfucking shit. That's gonna be like, I'm gonna need a cigarette. So that's thingy. The second chart we've done there. Let's have a look at the third one. Let me get a cigarette as well. And you go back up now and scroll back up and make sure I get a couple of you guys there. CFX I've done. So IVOT. All right. The beauty, you know what? The good thing about it. Smash the likes, everybody, as well. Give me some likes as well. Give me some support as well. It's always nice to have you guys on here as well. So the beautiful thing about having this as a community on the Thursday is that you guys tell me all your fucking alts in it, right? And then it gives me an opportunity to have a look at what I would like to pick on as well. And you guys can also have a look. Because you might find something that's like, yo, this is actually not too bad. Look at CFX. It's not fucking too bad, to be honest as well. So the next one is iBot. Is that on something on... No, I don't think so. Is iBot on Dextool? Whoopsie daisy. Alright, we're making new highs. Are you guys buying already? You're buying it. Fair play to you guys. iBot. Right then. So it's a 1 million market cap thingy coin as well. Let's have a look. Let me look at this. Did you miss GFI? Okay, interesting. So AIX is teamed up with iBot. That's interesting. I'm pro on it. AIX as well. Got some revenue sharing as well. Access to thingy. Not revenue sharing. This is like yeah, revenue shares as well. Gives you like different premium access as well. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, cool. Let's do this then. So where is iBot? iBot is right here. Okay. Now, to me already, there's a resistance factor right here. There's something that's capping this whole market, that's causing this whole trouble there, and we're having trouble until we can actually reclaim this high over here. What high is this? Is this one over here? That's the high. To me, it's what I call a pivot. Price is addicted to this area here. If I'm resistance over there, resistance, we get it back above. Support over here, support over there. Below it, resistance, resistance. So we're below it, resistance, above it, support, below it, resistance, above it, support. It's a pivot, right? So now we need to start refining things to look for more of a bullish thesis. Now, it's a 1 million market cap coin, right? So granted, it's an early one. What we're looking for, right? What's holding the market itself? You say, some people say you can't fucking TA fucking shit coins. I don't like low caps. I don't fucking give a damn. To me, it does make a lot of sense. I think it gives me more of an idea of what I'm looking for. So that low here, the last down candle over here is an order block, right? It's a bullish order block there, which means when we come back into it, it's support, 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 support. Perfectly fine. We've got a consolidation in this particular area here. Let me change the colors. Right, so we've got range high over here and range low over here. You can see how each daily the 4-hour candle finding resistance, resistance, resistance over here, and we haven't come down to the range lows itself, but because we're finding support of this order block there. Now, for me to be bullish, right, what I would like to see is price smashing above, because he can consolidate here for however long he wants to do. Once he smashes above, holds above here, bullish price action, I reckon we start going into this area here at 2 cents, and then potentially going into the all-time high. And that's pretty much it with iBot as well. It's what I'm guessing this is going to be one of those ones that you're holding on to, Michael, is it? I believe. I'm not too sure too much about it as well. I haven't heard it as well. There's so many fucking projects that's coming out left, right, and center, but I'm pretty keen on that. So that's what I'll be looking for in terms of iBot itself. For me to be a buyer, I like to be a buyer above this level here, around the 14 cents marker. Bullish price action will show me it's going up higher on the higher. It's going up a lot more higher itself. You can see this whole range band environment right here, this low here to this higher. That's that there. That's all where it's getting capped at. Okay. Hopefully that helps out. Michael. What's next? What do we have? We got GRT from Joe. GRT. Let's have a look at GRT. GRT USDT. I've tried this bastard, and I do have a bag of GRT, right? Because obviously, clearly, I've tried this as well. I do have a bag of GRT. I believe I bought GRT a little while ago, around here, around the 9 cent marker, around here, this level here, this 2022 range low, right? Let me explain this from a higher time frame point of view, right? So what we got there, we've got let me just go. I need to go back on the yearly. Let's go on the yearly. We start from there. right? Now, if you look at the chart, it looks kind of fucking shit, right? I'll be honest with you, right? What I've got here, it doesn't look fucking great. I don't know that's right there. That's 2022's range low. It shouldn't be right. I think 20 lows should be over here. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much there. We'll figure out there what's going on. So we've got, it doesn't look too much. Let me go on the quarterly. Quarterly, what I've got here, right? Yeah, that's the low here. There you go. 22. No, that's not right. The low's right here. I bought the fucking wrong thingy. Well, I'm glad I bought into it. I don't think I tried it correctly, clearly. I fucked up right there. I clearly fucked up on GRT right there. I thought that was a fucking 2022's low and I was buying into it. So that's fucking alright anyway. So let me just sort that out. I'm going to delete that. Delete that. I don't like that. That wasn't the right way of doing things at all. Anyway, so we got a quarterly range. Let's focus on this range here. First, we need to get a breakout here to start going up for higher prices into this low over here, right? And because this is a fair value gap. What is a fair value gap? A fair value gap is basically you got a low from this candle on the left-hand side, the high on the right-hand side. That gap here is a fair value gap, which tends to be filled, right? This is not the mid-range. We're going to have to delete that and delete that, okay? Since we're doing this, we might as well fucking do it properly, right? So that's the 2022's high, and that's the 2022's low. The range high, the mid-range comes into this level here, all right? So that's that. Let me put this across. It should be 3917, close enough. 3917. Copy this. Paste that. No. 17. Text that. Put this as 2022 mid-range, okay? Everyone with me so far? Let's change the color and make that dash as well. So I know that's the mid-range there. So let me delete that. I don't really need that for now. So looking at this, right? As we discussed, a break above the range. This is all consolidation. This high, right, is capping the market. Let me just hide this. This high is capping the market. Whoopsie daisy. What the fuck am I doing? Capping the market right there. We've got resistance over here. Resistance over here. I'll begin a breakout. Still early in the month. It's just hard to tell, right? Still early. I think it's coming to the end of the quarter, but it's hard to tell. We'll see what happens there. This low here, what we do, we have a deviation. We have support. We have support. We are capped within this area. We've been doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 months of consolidation. Eventually, it's going to be breaking out, right? We're going to have a breakout to the upside. So let's just bring up our levels, come down to let's have a look at the weekly. What's the monthly thing first? First things first is monthly, right? So the monthly, we've taken out liquidity the monthly before, this one over here. We've taken out this, we've taken out that, we've taken out this. There's liquidity resting over here. The current month we have, we've taken out the high. So that high is going to be a very key thing. So if I'm going to mark this out, that's last month's high, okay? Put it as purple, so I know that's freaking monthly. Let me just put that as a thick line. Go on to the weekly. Let's have a look at the weekly looking like. We are finding resistance at last month's high. That's the problem. Okay, if we are bullish on total 2, and total 2 reclaims that mid-range, that 717 level, 717 billion, I don't see why can't we actually go up for higher prices, hold above this, start going for these highs, and potentially higher prices towards that 2022 mid-range, and which comes to where? Fuck off. 39 cents, bro. Fucking hell. That's a madness there. Anyway, so let's have a look at what we got here. All right, so what we have, go into the daily. How do we actually start looking for the breakout, the continuation phase? We are making bullish market structure. Market structure was bearish over here. If you look, that was the high, that was a lower low, lower high. I'll mark the whole thing as a lower high. Makes a new lower low, lower high, lower low, and I say that's a lower high, lower low, lower high. And then it makes a higher low. Market structure shifts, and we break out these highs. We're breaking out these highs. All we got to do is break out these highs. The fact that we've broken these highs and these highs is showing me bullish market structure. This is good. If total 2 is bullish as well, of course it's going to show me bullish market structure. So you fucking mental if you don't think it's going to be bullish market structure. Anyway, so this is the key thing. If you don't know what bullish market structure is, watch the video. I don't know if it was yesterday or Tuesday. It was the BTC Eve session. Just fucking, I'll show you right now. Bring up YouTube for a second. YouTube. It's let me bring this up here for a second quickly. It should be this one here. Bitcoin breaks 40k. We're about to go higher as well. I believe in that video itself, I explained the bullish market structure itself, the whole structure thing, or maybe it was on yesterday's session as well. One of the fucking sessions, there is an explanation on that, so do check it out, and that should actually help you out there. Now, what we're looking for is the breakout to the upside. All I'm looking for now is letting price do its thing, right? We've got a bit of a trend line there. If it's going to pull back, it's quite difficult for me to ascertain what a pullback is going to be. If I drop it to the 4 hours, let's see what we got. We can see market is showing me strength on the 4 hours, right here. We've got resistance here, and then we got a candle that goes above and pushes up. What's holding the market here, right? For the time being, I would say it's this high over here. This candle here on the 4 hours was the resistance factor, right? We have resistance over here, resistance over here, resistance over there, resistance, 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 resistance. We step into it, hold support, push up to the mid-range, which comes into the quarterly range high, finds rejection of it, which is normal because that's higher time frame resistance, and then we break above. We find resistance right at that order block there, and we break above it, and it looks like a deviation. And are we going to step back down lower? I don't know. If it's going to be bearish, the only way I will be bearish is if price, this is all deviates, it gets back below here, breaks down and starts showing me to go down into the 25% range and potentially going down to the range lows. That's the mid range. That's when I'll be looking for shorts on across the board. But the continuation, if I'm bullish on total 2, how do I look for it? All I need it, right, is just to actually reclaim that freaking this level here. Let me just zoom into it so it just makes it nice and clean for you guys to see. That's the high over here, right? All I need it to do is this is the high itself. Oopsie daisy. That's the high itself. That needs, whoopsie daisy. Let's show you a straight line. This is the high that's capping the market there. You can see its resistance over here. Let it do its thing. Reclaim the that last month's high. Hold above this. Bullish price action, higher highs, and then we can start stepping in for the liquidity to the upside. And what liquidity are we looking for? Well, the first targets we'll be looking for this double top there. Fresh liquidity at 1750. Reclaim that level. Next set will be this area here, which is around what? 18 cents. And if we reclaim that, then we start going for the 23 cents, and then we're working out on the upside there as well. As long BTC is bullish, Ethereum is bullish and total 2 is bullish, I reckon this has more legs to the upside. So it's just stepping it one step at a time there, okay? Hopefully GRT helps out there. What else do we have next as well? Let's go for the next one. Link I've done, Sharavan. Mana. Gennaro is saying mana, right? My throat is dry, bruv. My throat is fucking dry, man. Really fucking dry. Yeah, let's open this up there. What the fudge is this? Oh, this is the wrong one. Mana USDT. Right, delete that. Right, so I'm going to actually do a fresh chart on this. Right, I don't like this. Let me delete everything off. Get a fresh chart. And let's see what we got. Alright, let's work on the higher time frame, 12 months, and see what we got. So 12 months, all we've done is we've got a range band environment here. So we got this low here, which was what? That's just low. 2022 low. Yeah, that's fine. Make that as, whoopsie, not that, better. This one here. And then we've got this one over here. That's 2022 higher. I'm gonna mark that out for the sake of argument's sake. Doesn't mean that, yeah, we're gonna go all the way up there. I'm just saying there's levels to this, right? So I'm gonna mark this out from high time frame $1.9169. $1.9169. Is that right? Should be 169. Cool. Let me delete that. I don't need this no more. This is the mid range text. Dash line. Cool. Let's go on there. Drop it down to the 4 hours. Let's have a look. Actually, no, let's fucking go on let's work our way. 3 months, what we have on 3 months, do we have some sort of consolidation over here? As we can see with Mana, we are holding that 2022's range low, right? That's the key thing. As long as we're holding this as support, it's perfectly fine. Support here, no problem there. What do we have as a range band environment from a quarterly point of view? I'm going to mark out this high and this low here. That's what it is, right? That's the quarterly range, okay? Now, mark that as green, so I know that's the quarterly. And then what I'm going to do, put that as 2 so you can see some thickness. Let's just drop it down to the monthly. Let's see what we got. We got fresh liquidity here, all that. These have been taken out. There's liquidity resting here, here, and whatnot. Okay, we are approaching the mid-range. So would I look for a long? Not really. I would actually rather let a reclaim happen above the mid-range, and then I can start fucking looking for higher prices. So something like this, bullish price action above the mid-range, holds above these highs. Then it's 75% at 62.89, and then it goes to 74.40 at the range highs, and then we'll work it out. So let's just work on this level here, one step at a time. Let me delete that shit. Go down to the weekly. Let's see what we're looking at. All right, we are finding resistance of a weekly order block, and what is that? It's going to be this one here. This bastard over here is the thing that's causing us a lot of problems. So if I mark that in blue, let me get a box out. Are you guys learning, or are you guys just fucking just chilling too much as well? Right? Hopefully that helps out. I'm you know, it's been quite useful for you guys there. But as you can see, right, this, we have a fair value gap over here. This whole thing is a fair value gap. We start filling it partially. We filled it out completely. This is the order block that's acting, causing resistance. As long as we hold here, the key thing is a reclaim of the order block there. Bullish price action. That will give me the next set of targets there and into the 74 cents. So drop it down to lower time frame, like the daily. Let's see what we got. We are going to be focusing on the mid range. On this order block there. This order block, as you can see, is holding this area here as resistance. We do a deviation, resistance, deviation, deviation, resistance. We step into it. So if we're looking for a pullback, right? Let me look on the 4 hours. What do we have? Do we have a trend line? Let's draw trend lines for the sake of argument's sake. So we got something like that. That trend line is actually looking quite bullish there. If you think about it, look at this low here, support there. There's a deviation there, support, support, support. It's support until proven otherwise. Even this 4 hours has broken these highs there. Bullish price action. It's holding these levels there. I reckon we do come up to the mid range quite easily. I'd rather get a breakout to the upside and go up there. If I'm going to be bearish, the only way I can be bearish is that we need to get back below this order block here. Total 2 is looking bearish as well. Well, it has to, but to me, like I said, I'm fully on bullish on this, and then we start looking for lower prices there. But if the market's trending to the upside, why look for shorts? Do you know what I mean? Unless you're playing for scalps or pullbacks, and you know what you're doing on the pullbacks, why look for shorts? If we're making higher highs, play the high highs. If we're making lower lows, play the lower lows. Make the shorts. That's not a problem. So one step at a time. Does that make sense? Hopefully that helps out with mana and what we go from there. I don't have mana myself personally, so I don't really know too much about it. But yeah, if I were to reclaim the 51 cents, I'll go up for 74. That's my view itself. And then from there, once we break out this motherfucker, then the doors open up, rallying up for these highs and higher prices going into the 169, I believe, which is the the 190, which is the mid range of 2022's mid range there. Okay, cool. Hopefully that helps out there. Well, who do we have next? You guys are going mad, fam. You guys aren't fucking giving me time to breathe, bro. Just one after another. I appreciate that though. Klaus is here as well. Who else we got? Svenos is saying FTM. Let's have a look. Wait, before I go to Svenos, iBot I've done, Link I've done, Mine I've done, FTM is the next one as well. How many have we done? Let me have a look. I want to count. So we did Link, we've done CFX, we've done iBot, we've done Mana, and now we're gonna do freaking FTM. That's 50 minutes. That's not too bad though. Not too bad. Let me have a cigarette. INJ, someone asked for INJ. I did that yesterday on the stream, so I don't really want to cover it too much, but just to quickly touch base on INJ, like I was saying yesterday on the stream yesterday, you can check out this is the second episode of the alt session as well. I was looking, as long as this holds itself, this is all the 4 hour order block there. I'm looking for liquidity up here, and ideally up to this level there. That's the honest truth there. Right now we are actually finding some sort of resistance as well. The resistance factor is going to be off this right here. That's what the resistance factor. So once we can reclaim this level here, bullish price action, I believe $20.20. Yeah, will be the target. And once we reclaim that, then we make the all-time high. Right? I reckon we are going to make an all-time high very, very soon. Is it going to happen this month? I don't know. I would love it, but I do reckon all-time high is not too far. It just comes down to, like, when you're looking at like INJ, right? We're stuck at this level here. I'll tell you the truth is there's a range band environment, and we just need that total to continue to be bullish as well to give us that break. So it's that high and this low. That's all it is. That's the range band environment, and the mid range comes into here. I can say, yeah, this is perfectly fine. It's holding the mid-range, holds the mid-range. We do a quick dirty stop run from that dirty drop from Bitcoin that we had the other day. This is capping the market itself. reclaim this level there. Then we can start going for that $20.20, reclaim $20.20, and then we go for $25 for the all-time. Okay, that's INJ. Hopefully that covers it all up there. If you want to go for a trade in terms of the shorting scenario, how would you short this? Well, ideally, where we got the mid-range, right, what you're looking for is letting price get back down below, right? So it does its thing, gets down below here. If it breaks down, show me lower lows, I'll play back to the mid-range. And if it loses the mid-range, you can play the shorts back down to range low. And it's just ping-ponging this range-bound environment up and down as it is, okay? This area here, this key area here is all the macro quarterly mid-range. It's all explained yesterday. You can do double-check it out there, but that's INJ done. That's another chart out there. So let's do FTM as per Sven's request right there. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I wanted the cigarette in it. Get some water too. Where's my cigs? I don't know if you guys smoking it. You should try it. It's a lot of fun. Good for your health, innit? It works the chest. Don't smoke, I'm joking. It's a really bad habit. Really, really stupid habit to have as well. So FTM, let's have a look. Do I have any charts? I do have some levels here. Let's have a look. Let's go on the higher time frame. 12 months. Hide all this. What we got there. Last year's low is holding in place itself. Not so much to really to take out of the 12 months. Go to the 3 months. Do I have some sort of range going on there? I do actually. What I've got is consolidation that we've got building from this area here. So from this low here, I don't really like it that much, but it's better than nothing though. There. Let me delete everything off first. It's a very, very old fucking chart. Right, this area. That's what I've got for quarterly range itself. Okay, so you can see that low here, there's a deviation, pushes up, deviates the range height, find support the range low, deviation range low, mid range, we're looking for the range highs. That's easy target up there to around 42 cents. And then we talk about higher time, if we break above it, bullish price action above these highs there, that will give us the next leg up for these liquidity and higher prices. We'll work them out as the time unfolds. So let's go down to the monthly. Let's see what we got. Monthly last month found resistance at the mid range, and we're holding at the, well, we're just at the mid range, above the mid range for the time being. Weekly, what's going on? Bit of a consolidation there. What's capping the market? I can see it quite clearly. Evidently, it's going to be this fucking high here. Right, this high is capping the market there. I mean, mark that's orange, so I know that's a weekly range. Put the line there. That's what's going to cap the market there. Drop it down to the daily. Let's have a look what we got. And as you can see this, right? It's curving, right? We've got like a 1, 2, 3 section here, something like this, isn't it? So you got something like you can do this. You can do this like a trend line. Let me drop it down to the 4 hours. I think the 4 hours makes a lot more sense. There we go. That's it. Okay, I can see what I'm looking at now. Right. Let me hide all that. Remove all this malarkey there. Keep it nice, clean chart, and then we can just talk about what is happening right here. So we got a bit of a trend line there. So let's have this high over here to like that. I think that's perfectly fine. You can find that as resistance. You know, we smash above it. We come deeper into support. Pushes up there. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So if you look at it, market structure was this, isn't it? Just follow market structure. High, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then we start making higher low, right? And then we rally up for a higher high, higher low. This low holds in place, and now we made a new higher high. And so this low has to hold in place. Now, what's so special about that low? It's coming to an area of an order block. What is that order block? It's right here. This is essentially this is the whole key order block here. The last down candle, right? That sent the market up, and then which we broke market structure. So that's going to be a key order block there. So invalidation is going to be here when we're playing here. Now, I am not in the trade for FTM. How do I get on board? If I want to get on board, it's going to be simply looking at this now, right? It's looking for a break above these highs, which we've already done it, right? It's already fucking going for it. We are coming for this liquidity there, which we've taken, and gone for this liquidity there. Now, I'm not in that trade. I think I'm going to most likely miss this out there. I'm just going to say, if we can actually, so we're stuck between these SRs. So this is a resistance over here. As you can see, resistance over here. That was resistance over there. Comes resistance over there. Deviates it there. Resistance there. Deviates it there. Now we're finding support. So we are stuck in this area here. If we break above these highs over here, so bullish price action, higher highs, higher lows. It's going to come up to where? Into this area here as a target, and then going for the liquidity up there. I'd be happy to go for liquidity, especially with total 2 looking bullish. I think it's going to be perfectly fine. All right, I think it's going to be all right there to go to the upside there. So all I need to do now, right? I mean, I can't even take a trade on this. I don't really want to see. I don't want to take a trade. If you're in it, Sven's, it's not a bad fucking hold, though, to be honest as well. It's not really a bad fucking hold. I mean, I'm also bullish on a few things as well. What we got here is a 1, 2, 3. We talked about that a few times. That's the one. Let me draw the trend line here. Actually, no, you don't need to draw the trend line. That's the 1. That's the deviation 2, and that's the 3. Remember, we talked about that's all the block there. This has got a hold. That's invalidation. That's your invalidation. And right now, the new invalidation is going to be here, this low here. So this is, I'm just following the market cycle there. I don't have anything to trade off this as well. Where like it's a range bound environment in a way. If you look at it, that's that. That's the range that I'm seeing right off the bat with naked eyes here. That high acts as resistance, deviates it, resistance. That low here acts as a deviation, support, support. Resistance, 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 resistance. So it's a key resistance right here on the 4 hours. It's very important to what happens next. So I'm going to mark out the mid-range just for the sake of argument's sake, if there's going to be a pullback, right, which is not a problem. You have to bear in mind, this low has got to hold, okay? So let it do its thing. If you want to take a short, perfectly fine, come back into the mid-range. If we can come into the mid-range and hold this level there and show me bullish price action, I can start anticipating a breakout to the upside going into range highs, right, which is this high over here. And then once we get back above, that's your fucking confirmation to go for what? The highs over there. And that's how I would break down FTM on a trade if I want to get on board as well. I would like to go, like, I'm not saying, oh, I hope it drops 10% so I can actually jump on board for a long. No. Because if it does come back down, I'll look for a long if you find support. If it does break out, I look for a long on here. It's not a problem. Hopefully that helps there. Okay. Well, what do we have next there? We've got freaking TVK from Mark. Let's have a look at TVK. I'm not in TVK. I missed that one out. There's so many freaking charts out there. There's so many freaking charts. I think they changed it now as well, aren't they? TVK used to be on Binance, wasn't it? Because I remember getting into TVK below a cent. Yeah. I don't know how they're fucking looking for the chart, to be honest. How is everyone looking for charts? Is this it? No, yeah, I wouldn't use this one then. Oh, but even then, doesn't give me a fucking clear chart. There was. If anyone, does anyone know TVK, like the chart that people use? Just drop it down in the comments and I'll have a look at it for you. Give me a second there. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie. There we go. We've got Dubsdorf in the house, man. Bucks in the house as well. Yeah, the extension is fucking mad. It is one of the best things I've ever used. That's why I was really impressed by it. Try Kraken. Thank you. Let me try that one. That's better. A bit better. Not the best, but it's a bit better, isn't it? All right. TVK, right? I'm not in TVK. I wish I bought into it as well. It's done a 3x from when I was told about it at around 2 cents itself. It's too late for me, right? So for me, it's like I'm happy to jump on board on somewhere else, okay? But never mind. We can still actually work this out. What we're looking at. They removed it on Binance. The bastards. What the fuck did they do that for? Oh, but Binance is going to shits anyway. I don't trade on Binance no more. I stopped trading on Binance after the whole FTX situation. I just don't trust DEXs too much, personally speaking, as well. A lot of my alts as well on ledgers or on MetaMask. Majority are all on freaking on ledgers itself. They're just on holding on a cold storage itself. I'm playing this more for the long term, in all honesty. So yeah, fuck everything else, to be honest. But anyway, what we got here? Let's have a look. It's a freaking shit chart, man. If you ask me, not 3 hours, 3 quarters, 3 months. I don't have a clear chart. I mean, the only thing I have. Yeah, I don't have a very clear chart. This is a very weird one. Okay, let's just try and do what we got here. That higher was acting as resistance, right? As you can see, right? So this was a range bound environment from that low to that high. As you can see, we have a deviation over here, right? Pop up. This will find resistance at the mid range. Pop up to the range high. So any pullback would be quite ideal for a long. Does it pull back? I don't know. We'll have to figure this out, right? So let's just go on to the monthly. Let's see what we got. really rapid one as well. I know they've got something going on. They're relisted to Vanry. Thank you, Michael. That's true. Vanry is the new token apparently as well. That's moved over from TVK. Now, obviously with Vanry, it's just got there's new. It's all new information there. There's new, fresh charts, so you don't really see much. It's just going to be a long fucking wicker to the upside there. So I would just say let's just work this out level to level and see what's going on. Right. The first thing is on the monthly, what's capping the highs is this level here. So do we get a pullback here? That's perfectly fine. Into what level? 62 cents. So which is what, a 5-10% drop. It's not really ideal for those who actually want to who actually want it to go higher, but the market will do whatever it does, and you can find support over here. Okay, so this changes everything there. So if you look at here, right, on the weekly, what we got, so we got our levels, right? This is our quarterly range, consolidation, deviation, looking like a breakout now, right? This high acts as resistance over here, resistance over here, resistance over here. We smashed above it. What caps this whole market in particular is going to be this area here. Let me mark this up, put this in black. This is what caps the market there. You understand? So that, right, we have a deviation there, resistance, deviation, breaks down, resistance, sells off, resistance, sells off, resistance, pushes down. Then we start stepping into this range and we pop back up and hold support. So now what I'm looking for, as long as we hold above that high itself, which let me mark this out. The next high I would mark out will be this one here. Let me delete that. Mark out this high. It's very weird when you got wiki. It's very wiki, you know what I'm saying? But like, we can work this out anyway. So let's go on to the daily. Let's have a look at that. You can see that's holding support. All right. Now, if I want to add on further confluence on this, let's drop it to the 4 hours. Maybe I get a better. Nah, I don't really have much there. Anyway, what I've got here, we're holding on two highs. This high over here and this high here. So far, it looks like a bit of a you can see we have this whole thing is a deviation there. Support. Okay, so what do we have on the 4 hours that's actually capping the market? What's capping the market is going to be this high here. This high at 7.4 cents, at 7.4 cents is capping the market, causing a lot of resistance at this area here. Resistance. So all I need is flip of support or resistance to come into support. Let it do its thing. Once it gets back up, holds above this bullish price action, I'm happy to go for higher prices to go a lot more higher. How high? I don't fucking know. We'll just it's the Vanry is actually it's a legitimate good solid hodl in my opinion. Speaking about Vanry, let me see what the market cap is. It's always good to actually have a look at the market cap on Vanry. TVK. No, it won't be that normal. Vanry. Vanar chain. That's the bastard called. Market cap at 76 million. I think that's fucking sweet. And you see, it's really difficult. How am I going to chart this? Oh, this is the bastards. Actually, it's there. Motherfucker. Bastard, I can't see that. Vanry, USDT. Nah, okay, never mind. Ignore that. Let's ignore that, right? Let's go back to Vanry as well. As you can see, right, I'm going to just show you this level here. I'm gonna chart this using TradingView, right? Sorry, not trading, coin market cap. I'm gonna chart this through here, okay? As you can see, right, what's the level of support, right? It's this area here. That's the level that's gonna be acting as resistance, which comes into what? 8 cents. So a flip of 8 cents will then mean we are then playing from this low to this high over here, there to around 32 cents. That's the area that we'd be looking for. So if it flips 8 cents. We can start looking for what the mid range is around what 32, which is what 22 minus 11, 19 cents. So it'll be 19 cents will be the mid range, around 19-20 cents the mid range, from 19-20 cents going to the 30 cents, and a reclaim of this level here, and then we go up for highs, and then new all-time highs. I do remember thinking TVK going to $1. I did had a bag of TVK back in the 2021 run, and it was a good 100x. It was a good solid 100x. So I'm not in it personally as well. It's not a bad fucking idea to actually get a bag of Vanry as well. 76 million market cap, and like it's gonna be quite sick. It's listed on KuCoin and whatnot. I think it's gonna have something really special as well. The team at TVK, I do remember they were quite sick. They were really sick. They had a really working product and whatnot as well. So that's that. Yeah. So Samir was asking stop placement. Sorry, any alt charts? Can you talk about how to play stops or how to play stops? Well, the best option really, because look, the truth is, right, I'm a very, very aggressive trader, right? As you can see, just to quickly just show this, I'm stupidly aggressive, right? Let me just recap this as well, off a live trade. This whole thing was posted on Twitter. Let me just bring up my Twitter, and I'll show it to you when I did it. That was it. So you can see, so the first time I took it, so the plan was this, right? This was the plan itself, the range over here, the range low there. This is the mid range, deviation itself, and I was like, okay, cool. And I went in, as you can see, literally about 9, just before I was outside the gym. I was outside the gym, looking at, like, sitting in my car, just watching Ethereum. I'm like, these motherfuckers are long, you know. That's what it really is. And as you can see right here, I placed my stop loss really, really tight. That's the stop loss there. It's an aggressive stop loss there. This is invalidation. You can't go wrong with placing on invalidation. Keep it a bit of a wider stop loss as well. Gives you a bit more of a breathing space. It all comes down to market structure. Following market structure is the key. Swing lows is always going to be the key things. That's on that low holds in place. I was always going to be bullish as well. So yeah, that's how I do so as well. Placing stop loss, I mean, it's a whole fucking session to do as well. I don't really have the time right now. We're already in an hour and 6 minutes as well. You lovely people want to go home and just chill out and whatnot. We'll have to talk about this on another session. I might do a concept page as well coming up in the future as well, talking about ranges, talking about market structure, talking about stop losses and targets and order blocks and that kind of stuff. But for the time being, I'll be honest, yeah, it's a lot of time. I mean, when I do the streams itself, I do talk about, sometimes I talk about stop losses itself, but generally speaking, like, I'm a very aggressive trader. You can see that. That's just fucking stupidly aggressive. I mean, even the ETH chart itself, whoopsie daisy, that I'm not too far from target itself, right? Is what? No, that's not right. Yeah, that's it. I'm not too far from target. That's a 13.4 hour trade. Then do you know what I mean? Right now I'm sitting on what? Freaking 9.2. Who does that? Who does that? You're freaking mental to do that as well. But I'm that's the type of trade I am. I'm very aggressive as well. I will get stopped out. You know, I will get stopped out like FET. I got stopped out on FET and I re-entered on FET, and FET is fucking blowing out the fucking waters as well. So what's his name? That guy yesterday was actually making a bit of a mockery as well about FET, because like he's going to plan. He was just taking the piss. Was it something dong? Because like I said at the end of the stream, I was like, yeah, you can suck on my dong in it or whatever. But yeah, honestly, when it comes to this, right, like for me, when I was looking at this, is market structure. I knew this was going to be, I'm anticipating a breakout. You have to bear in mind, 6 years of trading. It's like, I'm not the best. I don't think I'm great. I don't think I'm anything special. I'll just try my best. And I'm always working hard, and I'm always looking for things to perfect my skills and get better. I'm really obsessed with my skills and the setup going on forward to actually be long lasting. And I think you should too as well. All of you guys individually should actually focus on getting better, especially with this bull run. Don't focus too much about, oh yeah, let's long. Inconsistent, being on the right side, taking your time, pinpointing. In market structure is a key thing, in range is another thing. They all come together. But yeah. So it's like, I would advise guys in the private Discord, right? Like, you know, like I which I do talk about, like, oh yeah, you can put your stop loss here, X, Y, and Z. I do talk about like about invalidations and stuff like that, and also like aggressive stop loss. I'm very, very open with them in the Discord itself, but and they know that I'm very aggressive. I'm really aggressive, and I have been stopped out quite a number of times. There have been times I've been like, it's been a shit month as well in terms of a lot of break evens as well. It doesn't go my way, which happened in September wasn't great. No, September was boring. October got better. November was even better, and then here we are in December. So it's been a long ride. But stop losses, what I would do, I personally look for all the blocks and look for what's holding the market. So for example, right, just for the sake of argument's sake, on the 15 minutes itself, what is the order block that's holding the market there? It's gonna be, to me, in the, let's go, I think, the 1 hour, I would say. Again, this one's a difficult one. Yeah, I'd say this one. That's the last stand candle on the market that's holding the market there, right? So we need to hold this, and as you can see, we pull back, support, oopsie, hold it, support, fuck off, support, break these highs, bullish price action, come back for a retest, and then rallies up, take out these highs there as well. And that will now say to me, oh yeah, I was right on the idea, and that's the invalidation. But you could have actually put your stop loss a bit wider below Tuesday's low itself, right, which is the low of the week, and still make profits as well. So that's what it is there. I'm gonna call it a stream actually, right? Because we have done an hour and 10 minutes. It is dinner time for me as well and whatnot. So I'm gonna go chill out and whatnot. Hopefully that helps out. Let me know what you think though. Do you think it's been useful for you? I know there's been so much ILV, SEI. I fucking wish I could do all this stuff as well. TRB. There's so much to do. I know like Architect was asking for Pendle as well. I do apologize for that. But because it's been such a long ass stream as well. I didn't anticipate it was going to be this long. That there was going to be this many fucking calls and whatnot. I might have to do another stream by the looks of it. I might have to just end up doing another stream. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think this was useful for you? Was it a waste of your time? And hit me in the comments below as well. So always, I like to hear how I can improve my speech to you guys and how I can actually improve. Sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. The intro was kicking off there. Yeah, thank you, Samir. Appreciate that as well. So like, but if I can actually give more value to the community itself, by all fucking means, I'm down for that as well. So appreciate you, Dubsdorf, and see everybody else. I wish I could do another stream. You know, it's been an hour. I don't want to make it too long, but we'll have to have a look sometime this weekend. Probably, I might have to just do 4 times a fucking stream then, if that's the case. If you guys really love it that much. BTC, I've done that already as well. BTC on Tuesday as well. The plan is still the same. Nothing's really changed as well. I'm so long on BTC. Thank you so much for your Himanshu. Really appreciate that as well. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe. I will look to reorganize this for another session and then try and do some other alts as well. We've covered a bunch of them as well, and I don't want to repeat myself for the next alts. For example, like Link, Mana, I don't really want to talk about that. I want to give you guys more of an opportunity for the next session there. So thank you so much for that. Stick around, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next session. Take care, everybody. See you soon.